Yo, what's up, TikTok, YouTube, and all the places? So, I've been making content for a while, and it's kind of hard because I'm beginning to feel like I'm not that great like at doing it because I do feel like there's some people who are like more talented, like Spielberg, and I'm more like never really wanted to make films as a kid. Like I was more like into drawing, but even then, drawing I can draw, so I'm trying to like figure out what am I actually good at. Like it's called self awareness, right? So like you know, I think there's a lot of people that want to be like a certain way and they're not actually that. Like, I think, people probably aspire to be like, I don't know, let's say like Ronaldo or Messi, but they're not actually that good at football. So it's like, it's the same thing in like, I think in business and content, right? Like, so basically, I think I'm more of a gamer. I don't know, like, because like I played a lot of games as a kid, right? So I'm like sharing my fucking life story. But like, I just played a lot of games as a kid, and to be honest, school. I mean, what I didn't know as a kid is that like school, because like you know, people around you would be like, you get do well in school, you get a good job, but it's actually BS. Like, I mean, it's not that you won't get a good job; it's just that that job, because the world has changed so much from like maybe 20 or 40 years ago. We have the internet, we have social media, we have NFTs. So like it's actually more possible for people to do their own thing and actually succeed. But it's just like it's still hard, and people will judge you or whatever. But like, who cares about that? Like ultimately, like ultimately, I think the most important thing is like being happy. But it's just like it's like it's like hard, but like I don't know how to explain it. Like it's not easy. It's much harder than a job, but it's also like I feel like it's more fun than a job, right? So it's like you won't be doing the normal typical stuff if you're trying to like make it like doing your own thing. So like I think it's I don't know if I'd ever make it, but like I don't think I'd make it like a Jeff Bezos level. I don't think I'm that talented in business, but like I think there are people from my intuition, like from like the sense of it, that there are people who like at the top 1%, and I'm just like me. So like I do think like entrepreneurship can be learned. It's just that you have to figure it out, and there's no real like. It's not like you read a book, right? Like the school teaches you like read a book, find the answer, quote the answer, but that's not actually real life, right? Like I can learn a quote of something and not actually understand it, right? Like I can read a book like the Bible or something like that and regurgitate the quotes, but it doesn't mean that I understand it. It doesn't mean I wrote it. It doesn't mean that it's real. Like there's a lot of quotes out there that's not necessarily real, is what I'm trying to say. Like you can memorize a lot of stuff, but that I mean, if it's not true, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like there are some things that people say that ends up being historically correct. It's true. It actually helps you. It's good advice. And there's also stuff that's just like commonly said, right? Like that is bad advice, and that isn't actually true, but it's like widely said. Stuff like life is short, like that's commonly said, but it's not. I don't know if it's necessarily true. I mean, 90 years of life. I don't know if that's short or long. Some people would say short, but like, I don't know. Like, I'm probably not the best person to answer this, but like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, the older folks say like 25 is like a kid, but I think like 8 is like a kid, and like, I mean, not odd situation, but it's like, it's hard and it's difficult, right? It's definitely difficult. It's definitely, yeah, it's definitely a lot more harder. But like, I kind of like it when it's hard. Like, if it was so fucking easy, then I wouldn't try to do it. But like, I don't know. Like, I'm not even doing it because it's hard. It's just like, it just seemed more fun to try to do your own thing and mess up and fail and have like people can judge you for doing it. That doesn't really bother me. But like when you make mistakes in entrepreneurship, you don't really. There's no like real repercussion for like messing up from my understanding, right? I could be wrong. Maybe there's some fatal flaw, but like, in corporate, if you fuck up, you could get fired, right? Like, so I didn't like corporate. There were many things I didn't know about a job that I just didn't like a job, right? Some people say like, yes, there's a lot of people say a lot of things, and there's variations between everyone what everyone fucking says, but like that's why you shouldn't have too many sources. I think you, but I don't know. Like I'm trying to figure out, but like like it's hard and it's difficult and it's lonely, but it's not depressing, right? It's not depressing. It's just like well, some days it's like some days it's like oh, okay, I could do this. It's like repetitive in some senses, right? Like for my because what I'm doing is quite repetitive sometimes, so I'm trying to like change it up, like but I think NFTs right now is more fun than NFTs right now is more fun than social media for me because social media is like Web 2.0. I completely missed the boat on YouTube. I jumped on TikTok, but yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out because like basically, if you're trying to build a business, you have to be able to build brand. I like most people are not entrepreneurs, so like you can't really ask a non-entrepreneur for entrepreneurial advice. And most people, even if they are quote unquote entrepreneur, they're not like a top 1% entrepreneur, right? It's not like you're talking to like a LeBron James entrepreneur. You know what I mean? So like, and there are people like that, but like, I don't think I'm that. But like, I think I'm trying to like do it for myself. But like, but I don't know. Like, it's really easy to be like altruistic, like trying to be a good person, trying to help people, and blah 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 blah. But it's like it's not actually practical to do. I can't really think of a business that actually, yeah, like a lot of people that try to act like Mother Teresa are actually trying to sell you like a bullshit course, like for $4,000, and then they fucking get you to go to the 4 day resort that actually doesn't really teach you that much. So there's a lot of people, like I say, 80% of the people out there trying to teach you life advice is trying to sell you some bullshit. I don't know, like maybe I'm wrong. Probably shouldn't talk about that because I don't actually fully understand it. But like, um, yeah, I mean, I'm just rant. I just had to get this out there. But I don't know. Like I think I'm trying to figure it out, but I don't really know. So like, just wanted to make this video.